Hey everybody, welcome to The Vent. I'm your host, Alex Sigrist, and today we're going to be trying to make Joe Kang angry. Ready for this?
I'm already angry.
Yeah, you sound angry. You sound angry.
I'm very angry.
Did I say your name wrong?
Well, no, that's
Joe Kang?
Well, I mean, a lot of Americans say like Joe Kang.
Are you American?
It's calm. I mean, well, we're like calm, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, we're going to talk about foreigners in Korea. Have you ever been a foreigner?
For the most part, yeah. I was born in Germany, and then ever since I lived in 5 countries. So even in Korea right now, I feel more like a foreigner than a Korean. So yeah.
Oh, and so what was the most difficult country to live in of those?
I would say Germany.
Why is that?
But it wasn't the time that I was born there. It was the time that I lived there after college. I was there for a year. I think it comes from the fact that my German was like really bad. Like it's really bad. It's still bad, even worse now. So I was very unhappy with how things were, and then I left, and here I am back in Korea.
Welcome. Let me welcome you.
From American.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah, total sense. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about foreigners in Korea. When I say foreigners in Korea, what's the image that comes up?
English teacher.
Are you surrounded by a lot of English teachers?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
I
not only English
have more
teachers.
foreigner friends than I have Korean friends.
What does this English teacher look like?
Male, white, Caucasian, white.
We all look the same.
Well, I mean, you don't look the same, but you sort of have the same image.
All right. Let me. I want to defend you a little bit here. Even as foreigners, I think we kind of have that same image. When we say foreign English teacher,
subconscious, like in your mind,
and it's not a beautiful image either. We're like, oh,
it's more negative. I don't know why, but I'm sure even Koreans or and foreigners as well, I think they agree. It's slightly more negative.
Dude, you know who hates foreigners more than Koreans? Other foreigners.
Like yourself. You hate foreigners. You hate your own kind.
Let me put it this way: nobody gives each other more crap than other foreigners. Like, let's say,
right. I mean, I think
yeah.
I think a lot of it kind of comes from jealousy as well. Like,
Jealousy. What do you mean?
Maybe like to someone, like other people might seem happier than they are.
Okay.
So take for example, like you see this like YouTubers,
Let's say
Facebook stars or streamers,
those
TV stars,
those jerks.
Like see, yeah. So I think it comes from jealousy, because they seem to be a lot happier as foreigners living in Korea. So I don't know. Do you feel like that, or
moving on to the next question? I would say that's part of it. And part of it is like representation too. Like imagine if there's another foreigner. Yeah, imagine another foreigner like me, looks like me, and is like passed out on the street in Hongdae or something, or I don't know. Wow, that was a response. There's a little bit of embarrassment too. Not saying I probably was that guy, not on the street necessarily, but where someone was embarrassed that I'm a foreigner. But there's a lot of reasons anyway.
Right.
Now, one of the things that bothers foreigners is language in other foreigners. Like, can that person speak Korean? Does this person speak too much Korean? Not enough Korean?
Well, not too much Korean. I think too much Korean is good.
That's the jealousy thing. Hold on, that's the jealousy. That's from our point. Give me the Korean point of view.
I mean,
of course, I'm just jealous. I mean, they're my friends, but I'm like.
Of course, I'm like impressed if like someone's like Korean's really good. Like the especially the accent, because like I have a lot of American friends, and then they like in Korean they have this like accent, when they speak Korean. Like,
yes, we do.
The American accent, like 안녕하세요, like stuff like that. But
is that what I sound like? Just keep going.
Not yet. But you can see a lot of, well, not a lot, but few people, foreigners or like including Americans, that their accent is like on the spot. Like it's so good. Like I'm like it makes me wonder, like, are you actually like a foreigner here? Like whenever I hear someone speak Korean like really well, then it impresses the.
All right, let me stop you here. Let me go to the opposite.
Right.
Someone who's been here a while in Korea, let's say 7 years.
7 years, right?
Let's
yourself.
let's just say someone like me, been here 7 years,
Right.
doesn't speak Korean. Do Koreans or Kyopos or other foreigners, how do they look upon that person? How do you look upon that person?
If that person complains a lot about like living in Korea, and yet they just keep complaining and actually not making not doing something about it, then I wouldn't judge them, but I'll ask myself like, then what are they doing here? Like, why don't you maybe move to another place that will probably make you happier, you know?
So wait, let me delve into that very quickly. If they don't speak Korean,
Right.
they have an out. As long as they're like just trying to be happy here, like you would judge them differently. Someone who hates Korea, like, oh, I just can't stand living here, but they never tried to learn the language or fit in.
But like that's what like I don't understand that, because like if you say something like, if you have that mindset that like, oh, I just hate living in Korea, then why are you here for like 7-8 years? Like, why haven't you left? Like, what stops you from there? Like, you know.
So what about the person who has been here 7 years, didn't learn the language, but is very happy, enjoys the food, lives peacefully in Itaewon, doesn't complain?
Then I would say like, I mean, if your job doesn't involve like speak, but I feel like if someone's happy living in Korea, I think they'll be interested in learning the language too. At least in my case, like from my experience, a lot of people that actually like living here, their Korean's pretty good. Whereas I have a couple of friends that actually are not so happy here. Their Korean is not as good.
That's a nice way of putting it. Not as good.
Not as good.
Not as good. All right, let me shift gears very slightly. What about Kyopos?
That's my case.
You said it, not me. All right.
That's fine, man. Like, yeah.
You can say that. I can't say that.
Fine.
All right. So you got and Korean been here. Kyopo's been here 7 years. Can't speak Korean.
Wait, so we're talking about like second generation, not like adoptees.
All right. Let's split those up. We have
Very
adoptees
different.
and
Right.
second generation Koreans who come here.
The second generation is, I mean,
They don't speak Korean.
like in America, I have a lot of friends like that, like Kyoto friends that don't speak Korean and they're second generation. In America, fine. If you're gonna live in America, fine. I guess you don't need to speak Korean. But if you came to Korea and let's say you like that person has been here for like 5 years or something, and yet still their Korean is like, you know, really bad. Then I don't know. It's just such a waste. No, like what have you been doing in this country? I mean,
Whose fault is it? Parents or kids?
well, I feel like it's sort of both, but I think 70% is the parents. Like maybe the parents didn't teach, you know, their children like Korean, and but also like I don't know. My parents taught me Korean, and I guess I mean I wanted to learn Korean too. So even now I'm sort of learning. I just it's getting better. So. But if you're not trying, even though you know that you might not have a Korean passport, but you know that you're a Korean, then I don't know. It's just such a waste. It's just very disappointing, I guess.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna wrap this up here with a little bit of a rating system.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 4 categories. You're gonna give me a scale of 1 to 10. How disappointed you are in that person for not speaking Korean. You ready?
Which person? The Kyopo?
I'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you 4 categories. All right, but Kyopos, separate Kyopos from foreigners.
Okay.
So the first category,
Okay.
foreigner, 7 years, doesn't speak Korean, but is very happy and has tried. How disappointed that they haven't figured it out yet.
10 being the most.
10's the most.
1.
Okay.
You're happy. That's what matters, right?
Number 2, foreigner, been here 7 years, bitterly complaining, still hasn't learned Korean.
You're complaining actually. 7, 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah. Like I mean, just be happy. Like yeah.
Okay. Kyopo, not second generation, maybe adoptee, maybe 4th generation, doesn't speak Korean, been here 7 years though, and is happy.
I think it's the same as the first one, no?
Very good. Okay. And finally, the complaining Kyopo that's been here 7 years, that's just...
I just don't, I don't even want to rate this because I just don't get it.
So there's more than the other foreigner.
It's not even, like what's the point in rating then? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like,
Is it about?
I get it's hard, like where when you're not interested in something, it's
Yeah.
really hard to like make yourself like force doing
Yeah.
something like that. But still, if you're still unhappy how things are in Korea, you don't want to learn Korean, then why are you still in Korea? I mean, that's what I did in Germany. I wasn't interested in learning German. I sort of hated. I was unhappy with living in Germany, so I left, and now I'm happier now. So do the same thing. Like, go make a change. Like, just be happier yourself, right?
Can we end on that?
I guess so. Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
You're welcome.
So, you heard the man. How do you feel? Make a change, be different, and you'll be fine. Or just, leave a comment and complain. As always, we give you the final word. We're out.